Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and you all are safe and healthy. This is Radhika here again, and this video is going to be about uh, some healthy aspects of codependency and narcissism. So, this video was requested by a viewer. He or she they put it in one of the comments of one of my videos. So, I thought, yeah, this is a good topic to have a video on. Um, so, as you know, a person who has been through a narcissistic experience in their life um, has very like an emotional attachment to codependency and to narcissism, right? Both these aspects are like emotional hot topics, or the pain body of the person who has been through a narcissistic experience really gets triggered when these two topics are mentioned. Um, so, if I say that there is a healthy aspect to codependency and you don't get triggered by that, or if I say there's a healthy aspect to narcissism and you don't get triggered by that, then that means you are quite further ahead on your own healing journey, because maybe you are not reacting to this topic emotionally, which is totally fine. There's no harm in reacting, having an emotional reaction to something, it's very natural. But if you are really beyond that point where you can go in the logical brain and actually think about it, then that does mean that a lot of your healing has been done around the topic of narcissism. How can you say that codependency is healthy? So, first of all, humans as a race are a very social race. You cannot live without each other. You do depend to a great extent on people around you. Not even on people around you, you depend on all humans in some way, shape, or form. Especially now when economies are so global and we don't just eat everything local or don't use everything local, so many things are interdependent on different countries, etc. So just logically you can say that we are dependent on other people. We do have a certain degree of codependency which is inherent in all of our lives. So, firstly, we have to accept that fact that we cannot survive alone. We will need people around us to help us out at some point. And to a person who has been hurt extremely by people around them, and especially people whom they consider their own, this can be extremely triggering, because a coping response to this was that you became hyper independent and you became a kind of person who doesn't depend on anyone, who wants to do everything by themselves, who can't trust anyone else but themselves. So you have to realize that at some point this was a coping mechanism that you had, and not everyone you meet in life is going to betray you and is not going to abandon you. So you will have to depend on some other people to a certain degree. Um, so so yeah, that's point number one, that there will always be some inherent codependency in your life. So the trick is really for you to have a healthy outlook on life and a healthy discretion towards life. So when you meet people, don't suddenly trust them completely and don't suddenly distrust them completely. Just understand that everyone is a human and everyone is going through different phases of life. So you have to make the best decision for yourself at that particular moment, and for that you will gather all the information and make the best decision at that moment. So the trust that you need to have is really more in yourself, that I know I will make the right decision when the time comes. So in that way, this hyper alertness that you have, which always judges other people, are they trustworthy, are they going to abandon me, are they going to betray me, it kind of reduces its impact on your psyche, And the more trust you start building in yourself, that I know I can face this, I know I can handle this, I have learned from my past experiences, I have better coping mechanisms, I have a better support system, all of these will help you in becoming um, correctly codependent and correctly independent in your life. So when the need arises, you will ask for help and hopefully you'll get it. But even if you don't get it, you will have other ways of coping or of helping yourself if the help is not given. And the help that is not given will not seem like a big betrayal or a big loss of trust to you. It will be a part of life where I asked for help and I wasn't given it, but that's okay. I have plan B, C, D, E all lined up for myself, and it won't hurt as much. And hopefully later, many times you might also get help when you have asked for it. So this way you have like a mixed bag of experiences, all of which give you a balanced outlook on life, and none of them are as intense and as traumatizing as the narcissistic experience that you have had. Now, we discussed codependency. Now, similarly with narcissism, how is narcissism healthy? So, it is healthy because in this life, you do have to survive as an individual ego, which is you, your identity, your body, your mind, your spirit. And then later on, you will merge into the cosmic consciousness when you die, basically when your body stops living, and whatever pran energy, whatever chi you have gets merged into that. But while you're living, obviously you have to live as this entity that you are. So some aspect of healthy narcissism is necessary. So you have to take care of your health, your body, you have to look presentable, you might have a job that you have to go to, you have to take care of your health so that you don't fall into bigger issues like health problems, etc. You have to keep your body fit, your mind fit, etc. So healthy narcissism is not really bad. And even thoughts, ideas, like interests, you need to cultivate all of this. It goes into the toxic territory or the malignant territory when your identity completely starts being only built around this aspect, when you completely forget that you are just in this body for a temporary period of time, and at a higher level you are a part of cosmic consciousness. You are like just a pixel on a whole screen of on a whole monitor. You are just one of the pixels, you're not the whole monitor. So you kind of have to understand these things and use them in your daily life. When you forget that and you start like really solidifying your identity around a certain idea or around the way you look or around your relationships or the role you have, like the title, the status you have, the car you have, the amount of money you have, or even the thoughts and ideas that you have, the philosophy you have, ultimately what you're doing is you're crossing over to the side of unhealthy narcissism, where you're attaching too much identity to all of these aspects. So having a fluid identity or being a shapeshifter is actually a good thing, but then of course you need to have some morals in life. So it's really like a balancing path that you have to take, and every decision you make has to um, be grounded in some way in who you have created your character to be in this world. So yeah, this was my take on healthy aspects of codependency and narcissism. I hope this helps you in some way, and as always, I wish you a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.